Silent depths, the disappearance of USS Hawthorne near the sea has always been a graveyard of secrets. Ships vanish without a trace, submarines go down in silence, and entire crews are swallowed by the deep, leaving only rumors behind. But among all the unexplained naval disappearances of the 20th century, one remains shrouded in the darkest mystery: the fate of the USS Hawthorne. Commissioned in 1959, the Hawthorne was not a famous vessel. She was a Below-class submarine, modernized after the Second World War, fitted with advanced sonar arrays and classified electronic equipment. Officially, her mission was routine, deep patrols in the Pacific, testing new detection systems, pushing the limits of underwater endurance. But sailors whispered that she was part of something else, something the Navy never wrote down. Her captain, Commander Walter Kane, was a man known for precision and discipline. A veteran of submarine warfare, he was respected by his crew, though many found him distant, even cold. Alongside him were 72 men, most in their 20s, bound together in the steel coffin of the submarine. For weeks, they trained, drilled, and waited for orders. In March of 1962, those orders came. The Hawthorne departed Pearl Harbor under heavy secrecy. Families were told the patrol would last 2 months. Its official destination was the Philippine Sea, but the logs that survived tell a different story. The submarine was sent far deeper into the Pacific, toward waters near the Mariana region, the same cursed trench that had already swallowed men and machines before. The first days of the mission were uneventful. Routine sonar sweeps, drills, silence broken only by the hum of machinery. But at 2,300 hours on March 14th, sonar officer Robert Hayes logged an anomaly. It was a signal, not the irregular pattern of marine life. Not the echo of another submarine. This was deliberate. A sequence of pulses, steady, rhythmic, spaced like code. Hayes played it back for Kane. The commander listened in silence, then ordered recordings made and transmissions kept off the books. The crew whispered in confusion. Was it Soviet? Some new form of underwater communication, or something else entirely? By dawn, the signal grew louder. It shifted in frequency, rising and falling like a breath. Kane ordered the Hawthorne to dive deeper, following the sound. At 600 feet, the sub began to tremble. Instruments flickered, men reported nausea, dizziness, headaches. Electric bulbs pulsed as though synchronized with the signal. In the mess, plates rattled across tables, though no current moved the water outside. Then, without warning, the noise stopped. The silence that followed was worse. The crew slept poorly. Some dreamed of lights in the water, others of voices whispering through the hull. Engineer Thomas Weller awoke screaming in his bunk, insisting something had been staring through the porthole, even though the submarine had no external windows. His friends laughed nervously, but his hand shook for days afterward. On March 17th, at 0400 hours, sonar picked up movement. A contact. It was enormous. At first, they believed it was a thermal layer creating false echoes. But the size of the object was staggering, over 600 feet in length, moving silently beneath them. The sonar image flickered in and out, as if the water itself refused to reveal it. Kane ordered silence, no pinging, no active sonar. They would observe. Then the lights appeared. Out of the blackness beyond the hull, crewmen saw them. Pale, blue-green orbs, drifting in formation alongside the submarine. At first 2, then 4, then a dozen. Perfectly aligned, keeping pace at 20 knots, the men watched in stunned silence. Kane ordered no action. Weapons stayed cold. But the lights stayed with them. Hours passed. The crew grew restless, paranoid. The lights would drift away, then reappear. Sometimes below them, sometimes above, like stars through the water. On March 18th, the ship's doctor logged his concerns. Crewmen reported hearing voices through the steel. Not the groaning of pressure or the whisper of water, but words. Some swore they heard their own names. Others described hymns, chants, languages they couldn't place. By March 19th, the Hawthorne's log entries grew frantic. Instruments malfunctioned, compasses spun endlessly. Electrical systems shut down, then returned with no explanation. Food spoiled in storage, though refrigeration remained intact. Crew discipline began to fracture. At 2,100 hours, sonar officer Hayes reported the return of the original signal, the pulse. But this time, It came from inside the submarine. The hull vibrated with the rhythm. Men clutched their ears, bleeding from the strain. Then came the final log entry. At 2,300 hours, March 19th, the commander himself wrote, "We are surrounded. Lights everywhere. The men are breaking. This is not human. God help us, the Hawthorne never surfaced." 2 weeks later, fragments of her hull washed ashore in the Philippines. Warped steel plates, twisted beyond recognition. No bodies were recovered. No official explanation was given. The Navy declared it a catastrophic systems failure. Implosion at depth. Families received folded flags and condolences. The case was closed, but the men of other submarines, those who served with Kane, those who had seen the classified fragments, knew better. The steel bore no signs of pressure collapse. Instead, it looked melted, as if exposed to unimaginable heat deep underwater. The fragments carried strange etchings burned into the metal, patterns like circles and lines, not made by tools, not by chance. Whispers spread. Some said the Hawthorne had stumbled into a Soviet experiment gone wrong. Others claimed she had crossed paths with something far older, something that lived in the abyss before man ever built his first boat. In the decades since, submariners tell the story quietly, over drinks or in hushed tones during long patrols. Some swear they've heard the same signals, faint, rhythmic pulses that follow them at depth. Some claim to see lights in the water when no ships are near. And always, the warnings are the same. If you hear the pulse, you must turn back. If you see the lights, you must never follow. Because the ocean does not forgive intrusion, it remembers the Hawthorne. And it waits for the next ship to descend too far, to listen too closely, to chase a signal not meant for human ears. Perhaps the crew of the Hawthorne were not destroyed. Perhaps, like others lost at sea, they were taken. Their steel tomb broken apart, their souls claimed by something vast, something that lurks in the silent depths. Even now, sailors say, if you sail over that patch of ocean on a calm night, you may hear it. A faint rhythm, like a heartbeat, rising from the black water. And if you listen too long, you will see them, lights beneath the waves. Following you, watching, waiting, because the sea is not empty. It never was, and sometimes, it takes back what we dare to send into its depths.